Faith. Hi, everyone. Antonio Thornton. Today is March 1st, day number 60 of 365 Science of Mind. Thank you so much for joining me. And today's lesson is faith. We are starting out the month of March here. And as I said before, the theme for this month is faith. And I'm going to read a quote for today on the topic of faith from Ernest Holmes. And the quote is, faith is a mental attitude that is so convinced of its own idea, which so completely accepts it, that any contradiction is unthinkable and impossible. Wow. Imagine having more and more faith with that level of vigor, I have to tell you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into today's lesson. And today's lesson reads, a spiritual mind treatment or affirmation of truth, or a prayer of faith, once made and completely accepted, is then acted upon by the law of mind, and the effect or result is independent of the person who has made the prayer. In order to understand this idea more clearly, let us take a simple fact in nature. We bury an acorn in the ground and walk away from it, knowing that someday an oak tree will grow. In the same way, our word is acted upon creatively by some kind of intelligent force or law which knows how to create the form the word implies. Every scientist follows the same method in dealing with principles of nature. And we have every reason to believe there is a creative law that acts upon our acceptance. This law already is equipped with the know-how to do what we accept is doing. It is the same law that has governed all prayers of faith throughout the ages and brought about the results that have always been looked upon as miracles. They are miracles in the sense that it is a miracle for an egg to hatch. Faith, affirmation, and acceptance are acted upon by the same creative intelligence. Faith, ladies and gentlemen, that is that key. And I love this lesson and will probably read it a few more times for myself, in that we have at our fingertips, the most awesome power and intelligence to create and manifest whatever it is we desire through our thought and through our word, to the degree that we believe. To the degree that we believe. Our faith is what creates our reality. Whatever is around you right now is what you have faith in. Is what you have faith in. Whether good, bad, or indifferent. You had faith in whatever you have attracted. Why? Spiritual mind treatment or prayer, once made and completely accepted, is then acted upon by the law of mind, and the effect or result is independent of the person. It is independent of the person. So, what have you planted? Talked about the acorn being planted to turn into the oak. What have you planted? What seeds of faith have you planted along the way to harvest, to reap whatever harvest those things are bringing upon in your life right now? Have you believed that you're not good enough? Have you believed that you're not smart enough? Have you believed that you'll never find love? Have you believed that you'll never be successful? Have you believed that you'll never lose the weight? Have you believed that you'll never avoid sickness and illness? Have you believed that your family is cursed with a certain disease that is quote unquote genetic? Is that what you have faith in? Is that where you're planting your seeds? Because when you plant those seeds, boom, what does it say here? We bury an acorn in the ground, walk away from it, knowing that someday the oak tree will go. In the same way, our word is acted upon creatively by some kind of intelligent force. The same intelligent force that causes that acorn to grow and sprout into an oak tree is the same intelligence that grows and sprouts our thoughts, our belief, and our faith manifest into whatever physical form it may be. So what are you planting? What are you planting? What miracles are you creating? And I love this. I'm going to read this last portion here. It says here, it is the same law that governed all prayers and faith throughout the ages and brought about the results that have always been looked upon as miracles. But here's the thing, they are miracles in the sense that it is also a miracle for an egg to hatch. and it's not to take anything away from what anyone has experienced. And, maybe there was someone who was sick and there was some prayer done and this person was no longer sick and there's a miracle to be seen in that. Maybe someone was dying and there was a miracle, there was prayer done and there was a miracle in the sense of that. Or this person was in an accident and they lived or whatever. Everything is a miracle when you really think about it. When you really think about it. I mean, just think about the concept of you being born. Out of the millions and millions of sperm that are going to, fertilize that egg, that process is nothing short of miraculous. To grow into and to develop into what you're seeing here, this magnificent being with all of the things that we have, teeth, hair, skin, eyes, all of this energy that is put together in different ways and different densities and in different forms in order to create the body that we have, because all of everything is energy, right? So why is this energy of my skin different than the energy of my tongue, different than the energy of my hair? Well, because of the miracle of human life. The miracle of human life. The fact that I can reach down and pick this stylus up, that's a miracle, because it started with thought, thinking I'm going to pick this stylus up and think about all the functions that have to happen inside your body. The synapses that go off in your mind that triggers the muscles that and then the coordination of moving my hand in the right direction instead of moving it this way, moving it in the right direction and then squeezing it just enough to get a hold of it versus squeezing it too hard or not squeezing it enough that I keep dropping it and then being able to pick it up. That in itself is a miracle, and that is happening all the time. So you have the ability to create miracles. Just plant the seeds. What are you planting? There's your practical application. Ask yourself what you're planting. How can you know what you're planting? Look around you. Look around you. Whatever you're seeing around you is a result of what you're planting. So take an inventory of what's going on. You don't have to look at every single thing in your life, but take a look at a few major areas in your life and ask yourself, what have I planted for this to have come manifest in my life? What have I planted to have brought about this situation, to have brought about this person, to have brought about this whatever circumstance? What have I planted to create this? And if you like what you planted, keep planting. And if you don't, you can till your garden, clear out what you've planted, and then replant for the new harvest. All right. Let's go ahead and move into our meditation and affirmation for today. We're going to start out with a deep breath, and we're going to do a couple of deep breaths today, and I'm going to tell you why. Today is the first day of the month of March, as I'm dropping things and breaking things. What was that? Oh, that was my book that I set over there. But we're going to take a couple of deep breaths today, and with the day being the 1st of March, we're just going to sit in just a few seconds of silence, not very long, just a few seconds of silence, just to bolster up our faith and what we're doing here, just to bolster up our belief in what it is we want. Because again, we experience anything we set our mind to experience to the degree that we believe. And we're going to just sit with that for just a moment today. So we are going to take a deep breath in together and hold it for a second, and then let it out, followed by another deep breath in, and hold it for a second and let it out. And we're just going to sit in just a couple of seconds of silence as we recognize that our faith, our belief is what is the driving force behind what we manifest in our lives. Today, I have faith in my own affirmations. I know that there is a power flowing through me, taking the form of my belief, acting upon my acceptance, answering my prayer, and fulfilling my affirmation. Therefore, I am calling upon myself for a deeper faith, a broader conviction, a higher acceptance, a more complete realization. I affirm that every good thing I do will prosper. Every person I meet will be blessed. Every situation I touched will be helped. Everywhere I go, some subtle influence of love and joy and peace will diffuse itself as a glow from the eternal light of heaven itself. And so it is. So it is. As we come to the end of another wonderful, wonderful lesson, take on as much as you can in the dialogue of what faith means to you, what belief is to you, and what you can do to bolster your faith in your affirmations, your belief in your ability to create and manifest what it is you desire. With that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Always remember, I have faith in you. Remember to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys on tomorrow for another lesson of 365 Science of Mind. Take care.